I'm Regina Sanders, Arts Education Specialist here at the Southwest School of Art. And welcome to Saturday Morning Discovery. In keeping with the holidays, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. So we're going to be doing a Horn of Plenty today. Let's have some fun. So your Horn of Plenty is celebrating the harvest of the fall season, and we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. So it's all the fruits and vegetables and all the natural things you're going to put in your body, and you can make your Horn of Plenty and all the things that you want that will go into your horn and what you love to eat. So I'm going to show you how to just make your vegetables or your fruits, and you're going to push them into your Horn of Plenty. So you think of all the things that you want. They don't necessarily have to be these, but we're going to make some little templates of the fruit and of course the horn, and I'll show you how to get started with that. So let's get to it. Your materials for your Horn of Plenty are real simple. So you don't need to worry about materials too much other than what you have at home. And if you have drawing paper, you will need drawing paper. You will need an eraser, pencil, scissors, your glue, tape you may or may not need, but it's always good to have it on hand. Your crayons or your watercolors, because for your fruit and your veggies, you can either color them with your crayons or use your watercolors or either your paints that you have. And if you don't have a certain paper, you can always use newspaper, and I'll show you about that in a few minutes, and your construction paper. So let's get started now. We're going to start off drawing our horn. And the easiest way to do it is to think about what size you want your horn. At home, you probably have paper that's no more than 9 by 12. And your construction paper, which I suggest if you have, pull that out too, and your drawing paper. So if you have 9 by 12, that's good. Or 11 by 8.5 by 11, which is a standard sheet, that's good too. You can also use from a brown paper bag that you have at home that groceries came in, and you can pull it out, and you can make sure and measure it out and make sure it's like 9.5 by 11, or to that size. So it's just size enough that you can get it. Now I'm just going to draw it in, and what I'm thinking about is the opening first, and I want to make a large enough opening for my horn so that I can put my fruits and vegetables in. So I start off with this oval shape, and I just kind of go around it so that you can make it and make this nice oval shape. And then once you make the oval shape, just make a round curve that comes all the way around, and curve it up and over and come down again. And if you can think about a horn, think about a horn. It almost looks like a Santa's cap too for Christmas. So you can think about that way. Think about the cap. But I'm going to go around in the oval first, like I did, because that's going to be my opening. And I'm going to erase this part, but I really want that oval, so that's why I did it very slowly for you here. And then I just took it around, under it, go all the way around and make the curve. Once I make the curve, I want to make another for the rim. Now we're just going to do that much. I decorated in the larger one with humps, but this is just good. This is so that I know where everything is. And then I want to think about what I want to put into this horn. And then I can start thinking about, oh, I know I want an apple in here, so I'm going to put it there. Just kind of sketch everything out first. I know I want a pear, so I'm going to put a pear. Think about everything that you can put in, a banana. And this way you can think about what size that you want each piece to be, because they are a little bit smaller for this shape. And I'm drawing lightly so that I can go back over when I'm ready to do it. I'm gonna do it a little harder so I'll know what the shape is. I think I'm gonna put a plum right in here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's good for right now. And then I'm gonna make leaves around it. And I'll show you that. I'm just gonna put these off to the side down because I know I want those leaves to come out eventually. All right, so let's make it a little darker now so that you can see everything that's happening. So I want it here, I made that oval, and I'm just making the rim around that oval that I made. Then I'm not gonna go around it like I did when I first started. Then I'm gonna put the pear in a little darker so I can see it. Put the apple, the banana, and then the plum. Okay? Then I'm gonna finish it off. I'm making it darker so that I can see it. So this is my drawing. This is all that I'm gonna put in my Horn of Plenty. So now that I have my drawing down, I've already got another thicker piece so that I can make a template of this drawing. And all you're gonna do is just do the same thing over it and cut it out. And I'm gonna cut it out either on the brown paper bag that I have or my drawing paper, okay? We used our template to cut out the Horn of Plenty. So now I'm going to place it down on my thicker sheet of paper. So now I'm going to place it down onto this sheet here. Strategically, and I'm going to think about, I want to keep this part open, so I'm going to glue this part down and pull out my Elmer's glue. And I'm going to start gluing the part that I want to stay down. I'm not going to use a lot of glue, just enough to place it down. I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to leave this strategically open right in here. And I'm going to think about sprucing this up just a little bit with my colors. Now I'm going to go to my fruit. There are 3 ways to do the fruits. One is just traditionally just drawing your piece of fruit and coloring it in. So you have your drawing paper, you're going to think about the size of your Horn of Plenty, and you say, I don't want it too big, so I'm just going to draw my little apple in here. And that's about the size that you want. And you can practice doing that. And then you just take your colors, and if it's an apple or an orange, you just color it in. But make sure that you do it in a really nice direction so that it's really nice and you can get it the way you want it to be. And always think about coloring in the round first. That way you can get your shape better. So that way, and you can cut that out. I have colored paper here so that if I don't like my apple that I colored, and you have the construction paper, you can simply cut out your apple from here, from your construction paper. There that is. And if you don't have any of that, you can use newspaper, and it can be really kind of exciting and really abstract and kind of nice. So I cut these out earlier, and these are really cool. So I cut out a pear and an apple and a banana. And I think I'm gonna put these in there. So I have all my fruit, I'm gonna start placing them all in and cut out some leaves and things just to make my Horn of Plenty very different from what anybody else's would be. It would be a very much your own unique design. I finished cutting off all my fruit shapes, and I'm just cleaning up my area in here in my basket, all the lines that I didn't want from my pencil, and clearing off everything. So now I have all my fruit that I want in there. And I've made some extra because you want it to be a Horn of Plenty, so make it a Horn of Plenty. So I put in my newspapers. I made a corn here. I'm gonna place it in. Remember, we made room for everything to go right into the little pouch here. Let me slide this back out. That's my orange. Here's my corn. My newspaper pear, I'm gonna put right behind my apple. I have a banana now and made a grape. In fact, I want my newspaper banana to go right in front of my other banana, so you can see the contrast of that. And I'll put the pear over. But this is the fun part, where you are strategically placing everything where you want it to be for your horn. And this just gives it a little bit more pop of color. Let's see where we can strategically place the plum right there. And there you are. As you can see, I made a pumpkin and also some leaves that I'm gonna quickly glue down. And these are things that you do all the time. So I know you know how to make your own leaves, and you should make the fall leaves. So there's some greens. I didn't make some oranges because I made the pumpkin, but you can have the orange leaves and the red leaves of fall until it's all there. We'll put in my pear, my magazine newspaper pear, and my Horn of Plenty is done. And there it is. And you can put it as far in as you want or as you like, and it will all stay in there. So make something that you can be proud of, and then maybe you can give it as a gift. It's a really neat project to do, and I want you to have fun doing it. Thanks for joining me at Saturday Morning Discovery.